with the cords hanging down from him so he could hang them around his neck. When he had, you know, his teeth were so big and they stuck out so far that he could barely fit them in his mouth. I knew him when he was 16 and his favorite CDs were by Michelle Branch and Hubasing. Then he went to college. I knew him when he came back from abroad, and he then decided that he was all Euro fashion, which for him consisted of buying a pair of shoes from Puma and a couple dress shirts from H&M. And now, apparently on the rise, is romantic Ryan. You know, yesterday, Ryan, the present that you got Stephanie, the forever present, you know, the one with the vase and the flowers, and now I'm gonna fill this for the next 20 years with flowers or something like that. My girlfriend is here and you're killing me. You're out here, you know, you're Ryan Gosling from The Notebook, and I'm patting myself on the back for getting her a donut the other day. So, now when I first realized that I'd be giving a speech, you know, I was a little concerned that I wouldn't have enough material. So, thankfully, as smart as Ryan is, he's one of the smartest people I know, he wasn't smart enough to delete or make private his old LiveJournal account. Oh, no. So thankfully, I had 502 online journal entries from all of high school and part of college to wade through. He looks mortified right now. I'll play nice. So, and if you're wondering what kind of stuff I found, here's a gem from August 27, 2006, which was Ryan's first day of college. After we were all settled in, me and my roommate went to check out our dorm and eat at the diner. There's a piano in the basement. Sweet, I'll probably head down there at some point and warm up my fingers. After that, I went with Andrew and Stephanie, a girl that I met at the Banneker Key Scholarship interviews way back in March, to hang out. We headed to Nissan Pavilion for the Goo Goo Dolls and Counting Crows show. Andrew had invited me while he was moving in, and I invited Stephanie randomly to fill out the car. I invited her randomly. Very smooth. Very fitting that the two smartest people I know met at a college scholarship interview. If you guys didn't know, when Ryan first started college, he was an all-star. He had a full scholarship, he was an honors student, and he was studying to become an engineer. So, Mr. and Mrs. Delaney, with those stats, when you first were introduced to Ryan, he was probably a pretty easy sell, right? Yeah. You could do worse than an engineer. So when he changed his major to English and became a teacher, did you feel a little buyer's remorse? I'm kidding, of course. As much as I give Ryan a hard time, Mr. and Mrs. Delaney, you will be proud to have him as your son-in-law. As his brother, I want to tell you this. He is the best man that I have ever known, and he loves your daughter with all his heart. You can see it in the way that he looks at her, you can hear it in the way that he talks about her, you can see it in the way that he holds her, you can even see it in his old journal. You see, I originally went through the thing looking for dirt, and believe me, it was a gold mine. But as I kept reading all his posts about college life, about his homework, about road trips, about concerts, it became very clear that he was the most alive when he was talking about Stephanie. Stephanie, I don't know if you read this thing. Have you seen it before? Well, as you read through the pages, it tells a story. And for years and years, you have this teenage kid with all of these emotions and all of these feelings, just trying to figure out his place in life. And eventually he finds it. And he finds it with you. So I joke about all the different versions of Ryan that I've seen over the years, but even knowing him through all of that, I also knew him when he met the girl of his dreams. He became a different person when you came into his life, and I know that this one is here to stay. And I think that Ryan and I would both agree that you are the best thing that has ever happened to him. years. You've given him the kind of happiness that I didn't know was possible. And as much as you have given him, I know that he's going to do everything he can to give it back to you. Anyone that knows Ryan knows that he loves to surprise Stephanie, right? He loves to put on these little surprises. And whether it's Valentine's Day, a birthday, or an anniversary, or even wedding proposals, this guy's practically giddy when he's plotting his next surprise. But that just means that he finds joy in coming up with new ways to make you happy. And I know that this is just the beginning. And although marriage is about sharing a life together, I know that Ryan would be happy to spend the rest of his life trying to make yours better. And I know all of this because Ryan is my brother and he's my family. And as of today, Stephanie, you are now part of my family. And in my family, we support each other unconditionally. In my family, we stick up for each other no matter what, because we love each other. And no matter how many years it's been and how many miles separate us, in my family, we can come together and celebrate each other. And Stephanie, I'm honored to call you a member of my family. And after watching you over the past 7 years, I know that you're going to fit in just fine. So tonight, let's raise our glasses to the bride and groom. I've watched my brother grow up all these years, and I'm proud of the man that he's become. But now that the two of you are starting your own little family, I'll be even more proud to watch you guys grow together. So to Stephanie and Ryan, congratulations and cheers. Cheers.